I should be. I felt that I could never be a godly man because I see all these other guys doing what they're doing, but I could never do it because I'm just some small little guy at the time. But it was my first year at boot camp, and I felt God deal with me about a lot of hatred that I had.
Good, but you're empty nothing. Sin fails every time, calling Christ, I want your friend.
Christ knows just today and tomorrow. Died on the cross and gave his life to save your soul. Help to wake up and see that we want to deceive. He can put you on your feet, just depend and believe.
On my friend on the phone.
Like about God and how like He can change people's lives. And after I got saved, I started seeing some changes in me, and I was really like more grateful to have my parents.
Life, you can roll the dice, sleep with no side. Your heart is a kite, your life is like a paper that's what the Bible says. Messed up without Christ, what confused.
If y'all don't know me, I was that one annoyingly loud platoon sergeant in the best, I mean first platoon. Boot camp was really fun this year. I got saved in 2015, but I wasn't going to church because I was living with my dad. But in 2021, I went to boot camp, and God told me that I was called to preach there, which is really awesome. And that's when I really started to take my salvation seriously.
And the whole boot camp was just really great, but one thing, like the main thing that like God really spoke to me about is that like back in January, my church had a revival with Pastor Fussell, and I had gotten a word basically saying that like God has chosen me to like be a leader, and that, you know, all this stuff, and like he wants me to like be an example, and I don't know, and like since then I just been kind of like struggling with that, just because like I didn't really feel like I like measured up, or I didn't really feel like I was like much of a leader. And then,
are you guys ready for some rock and roll? Let's go.
Stressing me out, different visions, contradictions. Why won't you just get out?
Hello, my name's Alina. Whenever I was born, 3 weeks after I was born, we moved to New Braunfels because my dad was becoming a pastor, and 9 years after living there, we moved back to San Antonio, and it was growing up, I always like heard the gospel, and I heard like how kids, they grow up in church and they backslide and they come back and they regret it and all that stuff, and they went into the church, like they went into the sin and all that stuff.
Trying to be cool. And I went into 7th grade, just trying to fit in, and at the age, turning 13, we were pastoring, and it was just kind of a wreck down because I would always try to fit in, and somehow every time I would try to fit in, I was always getting kicked out.
Still see a light, the end of the tunnel shine through the dark times, even when you lose your mind. But it feels like no one in the world is listening, and you can't ever seem to make the right decisions. You walk around in the same haze, you're still caught in these same ways. You're losing time in these strange days, but sometimes you don't know the right things to say. I don't know if Christ forgives.
Shout out really fast to anybody who is a church kid and you have both your parents, that you need to be thankful for them, because, you know, going to boot camp, you see all these people that their lives are broken and they are a mess. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm 18 years old, and this was my 6th boot camp.
Second year boot camp. I couldn't get rid of it. It was a burden that was stuck on me. And Friday we were playing the games, and we were playing capture the flag. First platoon made it to the finals, and we ended up losing, and I walked away mad, not because of the game, but because of how hard I tried. And it made me...
Yo estaba puesto, yo estaba confundido, yo me volví un experto sonando negativo, pero cambió mi vida y Dios me cambió el sonido.
¿De qué te sirve un carro cuando no hay dirección? Si está vacío el jarro, no lo llena un millón. ¿De qué te sirve un party? ¿De qué te sirve un blog? Sin salvación por dentro, sin Cristo en el corazón.
Y ahora que yo me convertí, bendiciones su gracia en mí. Ya no rimo yo por rimar, yo me autoriza para escribir. Ángeles subiendo y bajando, que vamos rompiendo el beat. Ángeles subiendo y bajando, que vamos rompiendo el beat.
Yo traigo lo que te falta, Cristo eres mi tema. Y vos solo...
¿De qué sirve un Ferrari cuando tú eres más lento? ¿De qué te sirve el peso si a ti te lleva el viento? ¿De qué sirve un idioma si no tiene ni acento?
Traigo unas zonas nuevas, que Dios cambia, tengo la prueba. Mi canción el cielo se eleva y la bendición me renueva. El espíritu no se eleva, mi oración un ángel la lleva. Porque saben que estoy creciendo y la montaña haré que se mueva. Yo tengo lo que te falta, Cristo eres mi tema. Mi voz solo a ti te exalta, mi hermano sube la treva. Y en tu grupo que tú vives, por tus heridas soy libre. Ahora que yo soy cristiano, hasta mudar significa libre.
And every single year of boot camp, I've been saved. And so I think that's a really cool experience and privilege that I've had that not many people have had. And so this year, I mean, also, let's backtrack, so.
No te importa tanto lo que traigo, yo rima topa, Dios y me dio salvación. Así que préstame mucha atención cuando agarro el micrófono. Realmente vengo rimando para la gloria del Mesías, que cada día me enseñan toda la sabiduría. Y quién diría que mi vida le entregaría. Y yo no vivo por mitos, tampoco vivo por filosofía. Ya lo dicho. Ya lo visto, ya seguido, convertido en redimido. Sé que soy de flow, que vengo yo rimando por la luz de Dios. Así que presta atención porque traigo el gozo todopoderoso. Ya te dije que presta atención porque traigo el gozo todopoderoso.
You're either going to heaven or you're going to hell. Anyway, Tuesday night, Pastor Ruby's preaching on perfectionists, and while I always found I was making mistakes, the idea of it still had led me not to fully live for God.
You got the nerve to go and say that he can't hear you when you pray. When we both know that you're not who you say you are. He can't hear you.
That's all I got. That's great.
Counselors, you guys give a round of applause tonight. Let this be an inspiration to y'all that y'all can do something for Jesus. You see, the theme tonight, or at boot camp, was on God. Proverbs 3, verse 6 and 7. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not in your own understanding. It is in your ways to submit to him, and he shall direct your path. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. You see, when the theme came out on God, you know, me as an old person, I didn't understand what that was on God. So I had to go to Urban Dictionary because that's where I normally figure out where the slang is. I'm dating myself, right? The phrase, which is the way of saying that someone is telling the truth. And I was like, man, that is on God. Give up. He says the Bible says not to be wise to your own eyes. You see, we don't know what's coming tomorrow. We don't know when Christ will come back. We have no idea. So you must always be prepared. How many of you guys know the story of Lot? Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Do you know what happened to his wife? She turned into a pillar of salt. You see, in the Bible, Lot and his family had to flee Sodom and Gomorrah, and they were told not to look back. And as I begin to close tonight, I want to share this story, starting in Genesis 19. Do you have anyone else in the city, the angel said, and asked Lot.
a son-in-law, sons, daughters perhaps. Get them out of this place because we're going to destroy this city. Their outcry, their sin has caught the attention of the Lord, and He has sent us down here to destroy it. Get out of here, the Lord is going to destroy this city. Listen, we're living in the last days. You don't know what's going to happen.